Yo, I hear back and cool we get here. Today we are talking about home gyms. Not James at the crib, home gyms. I think I introduced this concept already. That we'll be talking about this. I need a my wife is always taking the paper towels upstairs. And we're not using the paper towels upstairs. So I don't know why they're never around in the kitchen where I need them. Anyways, I was just eating. So that's protein bar. And I got food that's coming out. Chicken Alfredo. Chicken Alfredo. Just remember the joke. All right, so basically, we talked about how you can make an auxiliary gym, which basically supplements what you do at the commercial gym. We talked about how you can make a home gym that is just basic, like a rack, lat pull down, low row station, maybe even on the rack, a bench. That may be all you have, or leg extension, leg curl machine, just to get that extra work in. That's pretty much it, right? And some odds and ends. Or you can be like, yo, I'm replacing that commercial. Excuse me. Ooh, sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm replacing that commercial gym. Oh, I'm also. We're going to talk more about the super high ox water. I know I kind of been alluding to that. We'll talk about it. I'm going to make a video about it. If you're in West Virginia, East Ohio, or Western PA, currently we can get the water to you. Don't worry about it. However, if you are anywhere else, we're still working on logistics and building a team so that we can get everything where it needs to go. So right now, it seems up in the air, but it's not up in the air. It's just in progress. Back to the video. So, auxiliary, like stuff that you may skip at the gym, if it's an ab machine, adduction machine, ET, etc. Auxiliary gym, maybe a piece of cardio equipment. A lot of professional bodybuilders at least get the cardio equipment. Now you're seeing people even getting like glute machines, abductor machines, ab machines, and putting those somewhere in their house or garage so they don't have to go to the gym just to work on those things to really get that extra work for that. Stuff like that. Things you would skip at the gym and not have time for. Or you may not want to just travel to the gym just to do. They don't take up a lot of space. Right? And then the basic gym I already told you guys about. Now the commercial gym, and this doesn't mean you have commercial grade equipment. It just means I'm not going to the commercial gym anymore. I want to work out at home permanently, dude. Just me and my band. That is the one that's going to trip people up. Why? That's probably what you're saying to yourself. Why? Because there is so much equipment nowadays, post-pandemic, because of the research and development, that one, they realized that people will actually pay at least $2,000 for home gym equipment. So they really put it out there. But also they know that people are willing to pay. So there's even like cheap. There's all, if you go on Temu, man, you see stuff that, all kinds of stuff. Leg presses, shoulders and lateral raises that do stuff that ain't even really out on the market yet. And then the Makolo or somebody will buy them and sell them for 2-3x the price later on. But there's a lot that you can buy. Even if you're buying budget equipment, you're getting to spend thousands of dollars. So the first thing I would caution you guys is to know what you're doing. If you don't, like the people say, I'm going to start working out. And then they go buy all kinds of stuff. And it all looks good. And a lot of times it is good. But they never use it. Or they never use it. The first one is, hey, I'm going to start working out. This is definitely what people used to do back in the day. I'm going to start working out. So I'm going to buy a bunch of stuff and put it in the house. And it'll force me to use it. Or I'll buy it so I have it. Either they're scared to go to the gym, or they just don't think about going to the gym. They're just like, I got some money, I'm going to buy some stuff. I'm going to work out at home. I'm going to do my thing. It's going to be easier, blah, 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 blah. And they never use it. They never even form the habit. And they end up offloading it for half the price or less So a lot of times people try to get their money back, and like that's not how the used marketplace works. First and foremost, check the used marketplace because a lot of times you can get commercial grade equipment for the same cost that you can get some of this budget equipment. Budget residential grade, like low quality residential grade equipment, right? Not like Body Solid. Which, by the way, guys, I reached out to the individual that said that they would be interested in doing some work with me. Asked me if I heard back. Only negative experience I've ever had with Body Solid. Why even say that? You just talking out of your ears, huh? Huh? Get back to me, sir. Get back to me. I do want to work with you guys. I respect the company. Got some new Gronk stuff coming in, though. Don't make me call it Gronkowski's. Nah. Anyways. Let's talk more. So, go to the gym. If you don't work out already, go to the gym. Get a gym membership first and build the habit. I don't care if you think you're embarrassed or whatever. Most people in the gym started somewhere. A lot of people that are in the gym are still where they started after 5 years. So don't think people are judging you. And if they're judging you, there's something wrong with them. Nothing wrong with you because you are where you need to be. Even if you just pay for like a few months or something or periodically get a day pass, I don't know. I would say take advantage of like a summer sale or something or go somewhere with no contract where it's month to month if you're able to. You don't got to be like an Equinox or anything like that. Preferably go somewhere month to month so you can just quit when it's time. And they don't hit you with no annual fee because that's trash. But do what you gotta do. If you keep it up for like 3-4 months, okay. Maybe you should start thinking about starting with some of the either auxiliary pieces of equipment. But I wouldn't even say start with auxiliary because your goal, if you're probably not that serious yet, really, to be using that stuff, so your goal may just be a little bit more like workout in the first place. But if you're using the auxiliary pieces that I named already at the gym, it's like your main workout when you go because they target what you want to target. Start with a few of those first, and then get a basic setup. You don't gotta get the most expensive rack. You don't gotta be Rogue. Definitely not Rogue, because we're trying to save you money wherever possible. You don't gotta be Rep. Now, if you have a family that's going to be working out, definitely go with Rogue or Rep because you don't want to just get some crap. But I got the Fitness Reality 810 XLT Power Rack, and it works. I mean, you get that comes with a lat pull down, low row, $500. You get, and the reason why I didn't say get one of these other ones that has the functional trainer is because the weight limit. A lot of times those ones don't have lat pull downs. But you could, if you found one, or if that doesn't matter to you, or you could get one of those and a separate lat pull down, go for it. Especially now because like you can actually upgrade to weight stacks and put slab weights on it because a lot of times if we have to do too much to use a piece of equipment, we're not. So if you can get the weight stacks on there, or you at least know at some point you can put weight stacks on there. Although if you're doing anything with a weight stack, get all the weights first. Even a header weights, get that all at once. Go ahead, do that, and then buy a separate lat pull down. You can always get a cheap one. You can get a decent one or old school one off Facebook Marketplace usually for like $100, $200 if they're really taxing, $300-$400 unless it's like commercial grade. They're tripping, but and I mean like modern commercial grade, selector rat stack and all that. They're tripping. So, but you could probably even find one of those. But start with the basic. That way, in the days you don't feel like going to the gym, instead of missing, you can at least go do a basic workout at the house. You didn't put too much money in there. Notice how even if you got everything that I'm talking about that I just mentioned, you only spent maybe $1,000. I'm telling you, go because y'all use credit cards and paying for us for everything else. Use one for the rack. Oh, you need to get some weights. Use one for the rack and get some weights. Buy in first. Some places have bundles and whatnot. If you're watching this in November, you know Black Friday's coming up, Christmas sales are coming up. Do it then. Buy it, get you a little deal. Sorry, I dropped my shirt. But don't spend too much money starting off because you're going to be mad and you'll be wasting your money. If you're like 220 to 220 if you're like over 220, don't say, "Oh, I'm 219." No, bro. Like if you're over 220 or around there, get a commercial grade piece of cardio equipment. Like if you're going to buy a treadmill or a bike, get a decent bike. Again, you could go on Facebook Marketplace. Anything with a motor like a treadmill, I would say buy new. So I'm really going to tell you to maybe steer clear of treadmills. And you can't get residential grade stuff if you're so heavy because you're going to wear it out. It's going to break. Period. It's going to break. All right. But like bikes and stuff like that, like stationary bikes, yeah, ellipticals. You can find a lot of ellipticals for free. You just got to be able to transport it because people just give them away when they can't transport it. So, yeah, or like $50 or less. I always see ellipticals for like $50 or less. And by less, a lot of times they're free. The bigger they are, the more likely they're going to be free. Even if you don't get nothing that I just talked about, those home multi-stations, they are great because you could build your gym around them, like the Body Solid, not the cheap ones with the vinyl weight. Please don't buy those. Like the ones that actually have like multi-stations, the flies, the chest press, the lat pull downs, the rows. Some of them even have a seated leg press on them off to the side, and they have iron plates like the Body Solid ones, a lot of the Bodycraft ones. Don't get this Kmart, Walmart bull crap. I would say like the EXM1 that I have in there, but I don't feel like going in there and showing that to you guys right this moment. But a decent, excuse me, you can often find those $500 or less. There are just a few in my area for free as long as you come and pick them up. You gotta disassemble it. Gotta be able to put the work in. Disassemble it. Keep track so you can reassemble it when you get it home. Bang. You can pretty much do every gym workout in there on those machines. And you'll have it for free. Or at least $500. Those machines are $4,000 or $5,000 new. $3,000 on a good day. So you get it free, bro. And then you can still get your basics set up. And you can take your time piecing the weights and everything together. If you use standard size plates, if you're not knowledgeable enough, it may be hard for you to find a decent bar that's like 7 foot, has a high weight limit. But standard plates, you can get them cheap sometimes, 50 cents a pound or less. Like I got most of mine less than that. And I have like 3 or 4 really good bars. But standard Olympic bar, take your time piecing it together. Power rack, like I said, lat pull down. But see, if you get the machine that I just told you, like a multi-gym, you don't need to do all that. Now, why am I telling you to start there? Why am I telling you to start there? I'm telling you to start there because you're going to the gym, you're trying to build the habit up. If you demonstrate that you've built the habit, then we can start talking about really working out at home and not going to the gym. And as serious as your goals are, that multi-gym station may be good enough. That basic setup may be good enough. And the combination together, you really don't need to buy anything because they're going to have leg extensions and leg curls on there. They're going to have rows on there, lat pull downs. And then really you just get a jump in if you're really getting that strong. But it's a low buy-in. I told you to get things you can get for free to put at home or secondhand, low cost. All you got to do is show up and do the work. How much is your time worth? Because if you show up and put in an hour or two to disassemble it, hour or two to put it together, 4 hours, dude, for something that's usually thousands of dollars that either you got for $500 or free, that man, you just made more doing that than you would at work. Because you just saved yourself $3,000 or more. And with 4 hours of work, you don't make $3,000 a day at work, or you wouldn't even be watching this channel. You would just ignore me, go by and do whatever. So go ahead and do that first. So the days you miss the gym, you can maintain the habit and work out at home. And if you find yourself enjoying working out at home more, okay, then maybe you could get more stuff for at home. If you find yourself even when you're not, when you're at home, not working out, or you find yourself skipping more days than you should, or you really have to go to the gym to be motivated, don't buy more stuff for the house. You can still have the stuff at home and try to get into the habit. Maybe you end up selling it off later, but you didn't buy all this stuff to get started, take up all this space. Now you have to unload it and you're taking a huge hit. That's why I tell you, first and foremost, don't buy new if you don't have to. Check Facebook Marketplace first and be patient. And two, sign up at the gym. And if you're already going to the gym, kind of do the same thing. Because if you say, I can't make it to the gym today, and you like working out at home, like, this is really trash, and you never get into it, don't build a whole home gym, because you will not use it. Or you will always be at the gym and you will still not use it, and you will do the same thing because you don't want to be at home at all working out. You don't like it, you don't prefer it, you're going to the gym for other things. I started out at home, I like working out at home. I still go to the gym to socialize and stuff like that, but there's times where I spend most of my time working out at home. So for me, it makes sense to have a full setup. For you, it may not. So please try to figure out where you're at. Take the time to really make sure it's what you want to do. And Facebook Marketplace is your friend, if you're on a budget or not. But I'm saying the reason why I'm telling you to get something, at least something basic, I recommend the basic stuff for at home. If you've been doing it for years, you know the accessory stuff. That's if you've been going to the gym for years and you know the stuff, you forget. The basic setup is for people just starting out or who just want to work out. Or, in my opinion, for people who are just getting started going to the gym. They don't know if they want to be consistent at the gym or work out at home. But sometimes they can't make it. It helps them stay consistent. It helps them build and maintain a habit. And maybe they'll transition to working out at home. Maybe they won't. If you transition to working out at home, then you could get more stuff. If you do not transition to working out at home, then at least you have something for those holidays or whatever. In that case, power rack, multi-gym station, whatever. I'm just telling you, don't get that cheap bull crap, because you're going to get mad, and you're definitely not going to like working out at home using them Kmart, Kmart systems. You're going to be mad. That's what I'm saying. At least go on Facebook Marketplace. They charge $500 or more now for that stuff new. You go on Facebook Marketplace, get something decent. Go on Facebook Marketplace. Even if you got to rent the truck from U-Haul or somewhere for a day, you're going to save money in the long run. You're going to save frustration. You're going to have something decent. And guess what? It's going to be something that if you really need to, you can resell it. How you on that?